Hola, welcome to Fun for Spanish Materials. Today's video, we're going to talk about the present subjunctive. Many people think it's a very difficult topic, but actually it isn't. I'm going to show you it is not as terrible as it seems. So first of all, present subjunctive is just a tense, yeah? Is a tense. So the first thing we're going to learn is how to conjugate it, how to use the tense, like how to conjugate verbs in this tense. And later we're going to see a lot of cases when you have to use this tense. Yeah. But for now, in this video, we're going to just focus on how to conjugate it. Yeah. So the conjugation of the present subjunctive is pretty similar to something we did before in the imperative. I don't know if you remember, but we were doing something called to switch the A and E. And it's pretty much a simple rule, yeah, which is that when you have an AR verb, yeah, you're going to put an E, right? And when you have an ER verb or an IR verb, yeah, you're going to put an A. So like you kind of switch them, right? Because the normal thing is okay, you have AR, so you carry on with an A. If you have ER and IR, you carry on with an E. So, but what we do here is a switch. So for AR, we're gonna put an E, and for IR and IR, we're gonna put an A. Let's have a look at these three verbs we have here. The first one is gonna be the verb tomar, which is an AR verb. Therefore, we are gonna do this switch. We are gonna use an E, right? Um, so tomar. So instead of yo tomo, you say yo tome. You put the e. Tú tomes, él tome, nosotros tomemos, vosotros toméis, ellos tomen. So as you can see, the e, right, goes in every single conjugation. Yeah. So that's pretty much the switch. Yeah. You don't say yo tomo, tú tomas, él toma, nosotros tomamos, vosotros tomáis, you say yo tome, tú tomes, él tome, nosotros tomemos, vosotros toméis, ellos tomen. So you just pretty much put the E everywhere. Yeah. Imagine the verb caminar. How would you imagine the verb caminar in subjunctive? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about it, and then I'm just going to say how it sounds. 10 seconds from now. So the verb caminar is an AR verb. Uh, in subjunctive will be yo camine, tú camines, él camine, nosotros caminemos, vosotros caminéis, ellos caminen. That will be it. So we put an E everywhere. Let's have a look at the verbs comer and vivir. Comer and vivir have the other switch, which is for these ones, we're going to put an A instead. Yeah. So let's have a look at these two verbs. Comer, for instance, is a near verb. Comer in subjunctive is going to be yo coma, right? Tú comas, él coma, nosotros comamos, vosotros comáis, ellos, ellas coman, right? So we put the A everywhere, yeah? And for the verb vivir is yo viva, tú vivas, él viva, nosotros vivamos, vosotros viváis, ellos vivan. Same switch. We put an A here. Yeah. So remember all these verbs. Yeah. Is present. I mean, all these verbs, like to get these verbs here, these conjugations. Yeah. We are using the present conjugation. Yeah. Yo tomo, tú tomas, él toma, nosotros tomamos. Yeah. Yo como, tú comes, él come. Yo vivo, tú vives, él vive. So we are using the present conjugation. That's why it's called present subjunctive. Yeah. And the only thing we do is that this present tense will have the switch that we have here. Yeah. So that will be it. Yeah, this is for regular verbs. Okay. Um, Now we have also irregular verbs. Yeah, we said that for every single tense in Spanish there are irregular verbs and they are different. Yeah, even though most of them are kind of similar, to be honest. Yeah. So uh, this is how you conjugate uh, just regular verbs. You just do the switch for a verse the e, for e or an I verbs, you put an a. That's it. Now, if you're gonna do irregulars, then you have to learn the irregulars first. These are irregulars first. Irregular verbs we have here: ser, ver, ir, saber, and haber. And these are the conjugations in subjunctive. So, yo sea, tú seas, él sea, nosotros seamos, yo vea, tú veas, él vea. As you can see, all of them end with a, right? All the irregular verbs in subjunctive have the a, yeah? Seas, veas, vayas, sepas, hayas, seamos, veamos, vayamos, sepamos. So these endings are pretty much the same. They have the same a. But you can see that their roots are kind of weird, right? Vaya, sepa, haya. So these verbs are, you have to learn them by heart one by one, I would say. So because you are not supposed to learn them all at once, I just recommend you just to learn maybe a few of them, maybe three, two, right? Even one if you want, and then use it a lot and go for the next one, because these verbs don't follow a pattern. You have to just learn them one by one. For example, I would say ir, right? It's a very handy verb. I will definitely learn this vaya, vajas, vaya. Yeah. I think it's very handy. Also, ser, for instance, is a very handy verb. I will learn it. Yeah. Um, and little by little, you're starting like introducing like the haber. Haber is a very handy verb too. Ver as well, right? Not as important, but it's also like very handy. So these are the some irregular verbs we have. Yeah. We also have all the irregular verbs that have like the first person irregularity, like for example, tener, yo tengo, right? Or hacer, yo hago, eh, um, poner, yo pongo. So remember these verbs that the first person, like yo, is gonna be like with a go. Yo pongo, yo hago, right? Yo tengo, yeah. Yo digo. All of those verbs are also irregulars, and they are gonna have a very like a very interesting conjugation, because these verbs are gonna have the same G, but instead of a no, it's gonna have the A. Look, hacer, yo hago. Remember yo hago? Then it's going to be yo haga, tú hagas, él haga, nosotros hagamos, vosotros hagáis, ellos hagan. So the G, right? The G like stays here for all of the other conjugations. Do you remember conocer? Yo conozco. So yo conozco, tú conoces, él conoce, but yo conozco is, it has this first person irregularity, right? And that's the way you're gonna carry on conjugating the rest of the personal pronouns. Yo conozco, so it's gonna be yo conozca, tú conozcas, él conozca, nosotros conozcamos, vosotros conozcáis, ellos conozcan. So we are using the first person irregularity, and we are conjugating the rest of the personal pronouns, right, with this irregularity. Tener, yo tengo, yo tenga, tú tengas, él tenga, nosotros tengamos, vosotros tengáis, ellos tengan. Same thing here. The G remains, and I'm gonna use an A. There are more verbs like this. Let's have a look. Poner, yo pongo, right? So yo ponga, tú pongas, él ponga, nosotros pongamos, vosotros pongáis, ellos pongan. Yeah, because it has the first person irregularity. Yo pongo. And then tú pones, él pone, nosotros ponemos. The rest is it behaves regular, but the first one, the first person is yo pongo. So this verb is going to have this conjugation in subjunctive. Salir, salgo. Remember, yo salgo. So it's going to be yo salga, tú salgas, ella salga, nosotros salgamos, vosotros salgáis, ellos salgan. Venir, yo vengo, tú vienes, él viene, nosotros. So yo vengo is irregular in the first person. Yo vengo. So yo venga, tú vengas, él venga, nosotros vengamos, vosotros vengáis, ellos vengan. Decir, yo digo. Yo diga, tú digas, él diga, nosotros digamos, vosotros digáis, ellos digan. So these are the irregular verbs. Pretty much the verbs that have this first person irregularity. Yeah. Uh, which, I mean, to be honest with you, is is just these seven verbs. Poner, salir, venir, decir. And we also have the hacer, conocer, tener. Yeah, because these ones have the first person irregularity with the G. Yeah, and also with the ZC here. Uh, Now there are also other irregular verbs. They don't have this kind of irregularity, right? But you have to learn these verbs as well. Ser, ver, ir, saber, haber. Yeah, sea, vea, vaya, sepa, haya. If you learn these ones here, sea, vea, vaya, sepa, haya, like the first row, if you learn this first row, the rest is easier because you just have to use the same ending. Sea, seas, sea, seamos, seáis, sean, vea, veas, vea, veamos, veáis, vean, vaya, vayas, vaya, vayamos, vayáis, vayan. So the endings are exactly the same. So you just have to learn the first conjugation, and then you are gonna try to find the ending for every single person. That will be it. That's how you conjugate the present subjunctive. The irregulars and the regulars, you just have to do the switch, which is for AR verbs and E, for ER and IR verbs and A. If you know how to do that, then you're already on the other side. The rest is to learn when to use it. Yeah, and this is the interesting part. So for now, how to practice this? In real life situations, you're not going to practice this right now. Just do your Quizlet flashcards as many times as you can for a week or two. Just practice this switch a lot. This is the only thing we recommend you. Practice the switch, practice the switch, practice the switch a lot, a lot, a lot. Yeah, and later we're gonna start seeing how to use it. Yeah, in real life cases, right? So yeah, that will be it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you understood everything. If you don't, please watch this twice or three times if it's needed until you understand this concept. And yeah, and that will be it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Hasta luego. Bye bye.